Muy buenas gente, ¿qué tal? Aquí estamos de nuevo en The Witcher 2 y vamos a continuar por donde íbamos en el capítulo anterior, donde está Triss. Ya sabéis que fuimos a ver a los trolls estos que, bueno, habían tenido contacto con ella, la habían visto aparecer y nos han dado un pañuelo con el cual pues se lo vamos a dar a Fhillippa y a ver qué es lo que podemos hacer, a ver qué nos cuenta.
You wanted to discuss something?
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
Two of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Yorvith, the Scoia'tael leader gave the order to eliminate them. Letho had to reach the unit before the Elven messengers did. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and massacred the unit with his comrades. They're somewhere on the other side of the fog.
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's somewhere in the area.
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned anything else?
No sé por qué dice esto, cuál es esta referencia, pero bueno, vamos a preguntarle a ver.
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho.
Ah, sí, los
and anyone
mercenarios,
found
vale.
with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find Triss and clear everything up.
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
Bueno, otro evento, a ver qué pasa.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
Why?
The Dragon Slayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia. The commoners are in an uproar. They want to dispense justice.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, the peasants are still respectful, but they are feverish. A fight is inevitable. Help us out. The situation is dire. I'm going to inform the other nobles.
Dogs growl at cats. Cats hiss at the dogs. A noble's a wolf to a peasant.
Forget those animalistic similes and take care of it. I'll try to locate Triss. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember, we need his blood.
I remember.
Bien, lo que no sé yo es, o sea, los mercenarios estos que estaban atacando a la troll, si eran estos a los que les dio la orden o eran los que me atacaron a mí. Es que no lo sé. Creo que de todas formas tengo que tener aquí, a ver. No, aquí no. En los libros. A ver. A ver si hay unas órdenes. Nota, no. Forma de tal, carta de salud, informe de Luis Merce, bitácora, orden de arresto. No, esto era para mí. Entonces eran los que... o sea, los mercenarios estos que estaban atacando a la troll. Lo que pasa es que, si os acordáis, teníamos dos líneas de argumento, pero yo le pregunté por la otra. O sea, lo de que estaban buscando a Letho. Le preguntaba, aunque no estaba directamente preguntándole por Triss, pero puede ser que por ahí fueran los tiros. Así que, bueno, vamos a subir el nivel. Vamos a ver qué es lo que nos metemos. Vamos a mirar la magia. A ver, tenemos aquí la señal de Axia, mejora de la señal de Axia. Ya sabéis que lo que hace es controlar a la peña. Y a ver, magia destructiva, la señal de Hard. Aquí le podemos meter otra perk. Daño señales más 10 y energía más 1. Esto está interesante de meterla. De todas formas voy a mirar la esgrima, a ver qué más. Vale, las tengo todas en 1. Bueno, a ver, este guardia cantidad de energía necesaria para bloquear golpes enemigos. A ver. Reducción del daño un 5%. Bueno, pues todo esto habrá que ir poniéndolo, supongo. Así que... Espera, voy a poner este mejor. Que es cantidad de energía necesaria para bloquear golpes enemigos. Un 25% menos. Ah, mira, y tengo otro talento aquí. No me había dado cuenta. Y pues ya está, nivel 22. Bueno, llevamos un buen progreso, la verdad. Está bastante bien. Evita que los campesinos linchen al príncipe. Bien, vamos a salvarle el pellejo. A ver, que me pierdo todavía un poquito por aquí. Vale, tienen que estar bueno, del camino al castillo, que está por aquí la entrada, creo. ¿Dónde está la entrada? A ver. Y mira que me he pateado ya a veces. A ver. Todo esto, pero... Por aquí. Ah, vale, la habitación estaba aquí al final. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Geralt, it's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home, as peasants do.
That would be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Are doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorveth.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off!
Yorveth tiene respuesta para todo.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Roll it down, you surly dog.
Habla con la reina de la plaza, no tiene mucho tiempo. Joder, es que se complica la cosa de gordo, tenemos El tema de Triss, el tema de... Verde, no, por aquí no, por aquí. El tema de Triss, que está perdida por ahí, el tema de también de los artefactos que hay que reunir. Ahora se nos junta también la movida y Saskia, que está también... que se está muriendo con el tema del veneno. Una movida impresionante. A ver, ¿por dónde, por dónde? Vale, yo le voy a tirar.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same. Come over here.
Humans only care how their ass rises.
Say,
Why is he
come over
lingering
here.
about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel.
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets. Throwing their weight about too much they are.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but love...
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal, our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough down on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Farewell.
Esta
Give us
gente,
this whole flower.
Hands. If they start at each other's throats...
esta gente no atiende razones, así que vamos,
Claim it's our prince's doing.
Such judgment is above...
vamos a hablar con el campesino, que lo tiene aquí la gente esta.
There goes the peace, eh?
A ver.
Nobody will believe me anyway.
Strangers.
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
Coño, qué rápido ha llegado el tío aquí.
Nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Vamos a probar esta. A
I
ver.
don't want to hurt you. I really don't. But I'll cut your arm off if I have to.
No, no, please.
So tell me what you saw.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Alcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. It wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Reverend Alcan, only he could tell you how it was. Beginning to...
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Pale face, eyes like embers. He raised his hand and pointed a finger at them.
Vale, pues vamos a buscar la casa esta del sacerdote este.
Don't try anything.
Y encima no tengo mucho tiempo. No. Bueno, pues a ver si encuentro esto rápido porque... A ver, por aquí, por aquí. Vale, si la casa de Cecil Bourdon estaba aquí arriba, era aquella de allí, al lado de la puerta grande. Sí. Joder, vaya lío, vaya movida. Ay, bueno. Se va.
They lie in wait for their lord and prince, humans or not. I certainly hope Scaling can clean up this mess. What can I do?
I need to know where Reverend Olkin used to live.
It's about right here.
Vale.
See you, Governor.
Venga, sí. A ver, ¿dónde está la casita del colega? Mira en el mapa un momento. Vale, sí voy bien.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
Joder, ¿dónde está? Vale. Mientras más te vas acercando, más...
Hello, Witcher.
Joder, está ahí abajo, ¿no? Vale. ¿Qué me marca aquí? O sea, Olcan.
I'll say it again. Humans are strange. Let's hear it.
Vale, lo que me estaba marcando era el punto de paso. Sé que todavía muchas veces no me aclaro con el tema de... Con el tema este, mira, ahí.
Do the gods favor Lady Saskia as she claims? Gods never favor
Strange aura.
Bien, tenemos aquí un montón de libros. Notas de Olcan, bien, consigo más opiniones, no tiene mucho tiempo. Joder, con el tiempo. Bueno. Parece como una copa. Una copa. ¿No? Uf. No tengo ni idea. Consigo más opiniones, no tiene mucho tiempo. Bueno, vamos a salir por fuera, a ver. Vamos rápido.
Saskia believes them.
They've bewitched her.
Sí. No tengo tiempo ahora de pararme. Esta pava... Tener cuidado. A ver, parece que aquí marca, no. Vamos a ir de vuelta para la plaza esa. A ver si ahí tenemos que hablar con alguien o lo que sea. Vale, bueno, vamos para arriba. Está aquí toda la marabunta aquí, de enano. Bueno, ya se está liando.
We won't stand for this.
Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the Vergen.
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
Say, Witcher, come over here.
Why is he lingering about? Like the Stennis.
Those Witchers be craving gold.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin.
Yeah, one step.
Vale, esto...
Farewell.
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling's done.
What do you want?
We of noble birth always had to protect the plebs from their own stupidity. If not for us, the world...
I don't have time to listen to songs praising the nobility. Know anything about the attempt on Saskia's life?
No, I don't. But whatever the truth, the mob cannot lynch one of royal...
So truth means nothing to you. That's what makes us different.
I didn't say I don't care about truth. Just keep in mind, there's a world order that...
An order that allows injustice.
If the prince turns out to be involved in this attempted murder, he should face a tribunal. The rabble doesn't...
Or they do understand them and simply don't like them.
Saskia is a wise woman, but there's one thing she doesn't take into consideration. This war will be over one day. Who will sow the crops and milk the cows then? Saskia called the serfs to arms. Do you think they'll want to plough fields again?
You may be right, but it's certainly not my business who'll plow your fields. Farewell.
Sí, vamos a ir a ver. Joder.
Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
Why is he lingering about?
Bueno, estos tíos ya hablan con ellos.
Farewell.
Saskia's on the pier.
I'd gladly hear your opinion on the situation.
Finally, someone reasonable. It's obvious Henselt bribed some serf who then did what he was told.
That's interesting.
Just think it through. The prince couldn't have done it. The wine was in plain sight. Only the servants touched the decanters, and who are they? Commoners. Then that same commoner incited his folk to stand against the nobles and the prince.
Something to think about.
Give us this horpla. Enough of this charade.
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough. Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel.
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why. The mongrel covets the crown.
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the Virgin sips it.
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead, the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olkan got what he deserved when Henselt cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Pues no sé.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. just as a mother killing her own child or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign.
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
Uf, ¿cómo se está poniendo esto? ¿Qué digo?
You didn't say a word about your guilt or innocence. You demand justice. You want to summon a coven of the wise. But who will sit on that coven? Any peasants? No, only people you'll nominate yourself. Lords whom you'll reward with lands for reaching the right decision. Such men are to decide if you're guilty? No, you are guilty, Prince. You know
Dale ahí, Geralt. Bueno, se va a liar aquí la matraca, ¿que no? Hostia. Ahí está la sangre, que era lo que me hacía falta.
The nobles won't forgive them that.
They're a cowardly lot. Yelping's all they're good at.
And backstabbing.
By Stennis' example. His filthy life wasn't taken in vain. Eilhart will get royal blood, and Saskia will be cured.
We need to hurry. We can't keep peace in Vergen with strength alone.
Anything's possible using strength. One just has to know how to use it.
That's your credo?
Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt with this rabble.
What do you intend to do?
I'll get reinforcements. The Scoia'tael are more numerous than you think. Time to summon them. I'll leave shortly.
You won't get through the fog.
I don't intend to. Mountains may stop human armies, but not the Scoia'tael. I'm going south.
Will you be back in time?
I have to. Va fail, Gwynblade. Don't lose hope.
Bien, pues como veis, y como decía anteriormente, a ver, tío, este... Ah, no. Espada de Stennis. Muy bien, pues le quita la espada. Y ya que estoy aquí, a ver. Ay, mira, que me vienen bien los troncos estos para... Ay, me han dejado cerrar. Bueno, da igual. El tema está en eso, que bueno, pues se van desarrollando los sucesos, los acontecimientos y se van superando nuevas fases de misiones, ¿no? Como esta de la sangre. Esto ya, evidentemente, esta ya pues no. Así que el tema de un asunto de vida o muerte ya nos quedaría. Tenemos la siempre viva y la sangre real. Nos falta una fuente de energía y busca una rosa del recuerdo, que sería pues buscando a Triss, que tiene que tener una. De todas formas, pues vamos a hablar con Fhillippa. Vamos a volver a hablar con ella y a ver qué nos cuenta, y ya por ahí más o menos pues dejaremos el vídeo de hoy, porque bueno, ha estado movidito con todo lo que ha pasado. Yo no sabía, en realidad, ha sido por pura, yo qué sé, deducción lógica, ¿no? Pero vamos, que no estaba muy seguro, ¿no? Realmente de si había sido el tío, ¿no? El príncipe este. ¿Dónde está esto aquí? Unos dicen una cosa, otros dicen otra y se lía bastante la pelotera. Bueno, y esta ya está liada otra vez. ¡Hostia! ¡Hala! Tetas, tetas.
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
La colega es lo que se está entreteniendo, ¿sabes? Con la otra. Pues vaya con la alumna de magia. Mira. ¿Qué? ¿Te ha dado bien, no? A ver qué nos cuenta. Ah, bueno, ya no podemos hablar. Ya agoté el diálogo con ella. Pero vamos, que la has fustigado bien, bien. Hija de puta. Vamos a ver, ve al otro lado de nieve de las apariciones. A ver. Pues bueno, ya esto ya se complica bastante más. Ya lo dejaremos para el siguiente vídeo. Y bueno, pues nada, como digo, lo dejamos por aquí. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Espero que haya gustado. Un saludo y adiós.